Good morning or good afternoon, depending on what time it is for you. For me, it's actually afternoon. I am filming. Today is Sunday and Mother's Day. So quickly make sure that you guys are being nice to your moms this week, right? Because Mother's Day should not just be one day. It should be a full lifetime. You're thanking your mom every single day for doing what she does for you, which I know in all of your cases is a lot, right? It's a lot. So make sure you say thank you. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Today's been a good day. I am filming lessons for tomorrow, which is Monday. For when you're going to be watching this video is Monday. But it's in the afternoon. So I don't know if you guys are taking your lessons in the morning or if you're taking them in the afternoon. So good morning or good afternoon. How about that? All right, you are in your English lesson for Monday, May 11th. If you have not copied your agenda, go copy your agenda. Go watch your morning meeting video. There's a lot of good stuff in there that you're going to miss out on if you don't. All right. All right, this lesson is so easy. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so I don't say easy often. Remember, I tend to try and say doable because I know that sometimes it's not easy for everyone. But seriously, guys, this lesson is so easy. I don't have a clue why they have it this far back in our lesson or in our curriculum. Today, we're talking about independent clauses. Now, let's read the top portion, the yellow box. Read with me. You should be on workbook page 283 and 284. That's what I'm on right now. All right, at the top it says, an independent clause has a subject and a predicate. It expresses a complete thought and can stand alone. Guys, here's the key word. An independent clause is a sentence. A sentence is an independent clause. They mean the exact same thing. Independent clause is a thought that can stand alone. A thought that can stand alone means it's complete, and a complete thought is a sentence. An independent clause is just another phrase or way of saying sentence, okay? Now, a fragment, we talked about fragments in the beginning of the year. A fragment is a group of words that does not express a complete thought. A fragment is not a sentence because it is missing either a subject or a predicate. Remember, subject is who or what the sentence is about. Predicate talks about the action or whatever is happening, what the subject is doing, okay? Now, for example, here's some examples of predicates. If I looked at you and said, the tower on the lighthouse, you'd be thinking, the tower on the lighthouse, what? Like, I don't understand what you're saying, right? It's missing its predicate. It's missing its action. What is it doing, right? Where is it? How about this one? Built on the rocks. What was built on the rocks? A house was built on the rocks? A sandcastle was built on the rocks? A Sonic was built on the rocks? Like, I have no clue what you're talking about, right? Those are fragments. That one was missing its subject. It cannot be missing any part of the sentence. It has to be a complete thought that can stand alone, all right? So let's practice. That's all we're talking about today. You are going to decide for numbers 1 through 5 whether each group of words is an independent clause, a sentence, or a fragment. Fill in the circle next to the correct answer. If it's a complete sentence, you need to put independent clause. If it's not a complete thought, if it's not a complete sentence, it's a fragment. All right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's do it. Number 1, the Split Rock Lighthouse overlooks Lake Superior. All right, do you have a subject? The Split Rock Lighthouse, that's a subject. Do we have a predicate or a verb or some kind of action that's happening? Overlooks is your verb or predicate, right? Lake Superior. Yes, you have both of those things. So the sentence is a sentence, right? It's a sentence. So another word for sentence, independent clause. Fill in the bubble for independent clause. Number 2, have visited the lighthouse. Who? Do you have a subject in that sentence? No. So this is not an independent clause. It's a fragment. This is a fragment. If it said, have you visited the lighthouse, question mark, then it would be a complete thought, right? You have a subject, you. You have a predicate, have visited, right? But there's no subject in this sentence or in this fragment. Number 3, tourists often visit the lighthouse. Is that a complete thought? Yes, independent clause for that one. Number 4, a tower 54 feet high. What about a tower 54 feet high? Does that just feel kind of off to you guys? If I said that to you, would you know? Would you have a good picture in your head? You might, but a lot of our pictures, I don't think any of our pictures would look the same way, right? Because we have to fill in the blanks for the verb or for the predicate of that sentence, of that fragment. So that is a fragment. Number 5, are shorter than this lighthouse. Are shorter than this lighthouse. What is shorter than this lighthouse? My hand? An ant? The Empire State Building is shorter than this lighthouse? We don't know. So that would be a fragment, right? That's not a complete thought. Your reader doesn't understand exactly what the writer is talking about. All right, for 6, 7, and 8, guys, we are going to do our own sentences. We're going to take the fragments and we're going to complete the thought, and make them into our own sentences. So look at the directions specifically. It says write an independent clause, a sentence. Write an independent clause by adding a subject or predicate to each fragment. So I'm going to skip over to our document and let's write these out, because this is how I want you guys to write them. Now for number 6, an old ship, that could be the beginning of your sentence. However, I want you to rewrite the whole thing. Number 1, because it's good practice. And number 2, "an" is not capitalized and it should be. All right, so you need to rewrite the whole thing. What do you guys think our sentence should be? Now, if you don't want to go by mine, that's fine. You can put your own. I'm going to put, let's see, an old ship washed up on the shore yesterday. I think that's a good sentence. I have my subject, ship. I have my predicate, washed. All right, and my complete thought. An old ship washed up on the shore yesterday. Should I put a number 8 on, or number 6 on that one? Whoa. All right, how about number 7? Fell during a storm. All right, this one needs a subject. What fell during the storm? The old house fell during a storm. I think that's a good one. The old house fell during a storm. And then number 8, visit the lighthouse. That's a predicate, so we need another subject. We'll do a funnier one. The Cookie Monster and his friends visit the lighthouse daily. Period. The Cookie Monster and his friends visit the lighthouse daily. That's what I decided on for my sentences. Now again, you can copy mine if you'd like to, or you can come up with your own. On the back, however, you are going to be in charge of coming up with your own. So let's look at the back real quick. Now the back, just like normal, most of it is the exact same stuff that we did on the front. For numbers 1 through 5, you need to decide whether each group of words is an independent clause or a sentence or a fragment. Fill in the circle next to the correct answer. Now remember, you should be asking yourself, does this sentence have a subject, and does this sentence have a predicate? If it has a subject and a predicate, it should be a complete thought and it should be a sentence. If it's missing one of those things, then it's a fragment, okay? For 6, 7, and 8, you're going to write an independent clause, a sentence, by adding a subject or a predicate to the fragment. And just like I did, guys, and on the front, you need to rewrite the entire sentence. It should not just be adding it, especially for number 8 where it says the water, right? That's your subject for sure, but I want you to rewrite it because number 1, it's good practice, like I said, and number 2, the should be capitalized, so you need to capitalize it, okay? And that doesn't mean just crossing through that small t and putting a big T. I want you to rewrite it, okay? All right. For apply and write, it says write a postcard to a friend describing your favorite lighthouse. Check your sentences to make sure they are all complete sentences and not fragments. I want you to change this up. I want you to instead write a postcard to me, and I want you to tell me what your plans for the summer you're most excited about. Do you have any plans this summer that you're super pumped about happening? What are you most excited about for the summer? Write me a nice little letter. It should be at least 3 sentences. And double check that those are sentences, that they have a complete thought, a subject, and a predicate. Okay, guys? All right, so go ahead and get to work on that. You should have completed the whole front side, so you should just have the back side. It should be a quick finish type of lesson, all right? And I will catch you in the next video. Goodbye.